Hi, I'm Amy Hauser with Made for More, and if you're watching this video, you have likely scheduled an RMR session. And I want to take a few minutes to just give you a little overview on what to expect, because if you have scheduled a session, we are going to go over things over the phone or on Zoom prior to your session, so you really know what to expect. But these sessions, RMR, stand for Rapid Mind Renewal, and these are 2-hour time frames where we meet either in person or on Zoom, and we really are just going back into areas in our past where we maybe have experienced woundedness or have pain, and we find that there are areas in our life where we're just not able to move forward. And these sessions can be really powerful, and I'm excited to tell you about them. And I don't want to explain it in a very formalized way, but really just set you at ease to know that when we meet in our sessions, we are going to go back into 3 particular areas wherever the Holy Spirit guides us. So I want you to keep in mind as we do this that I am not a counselor for RMR sessions, but rather a facilitator. And we allow the Holy Spirit to guide our session and our time. And so when I mention that we have 3 areas that we are really looking at, we're going back into areas where we maybe have experienced pain in offense. We've been offended in our life or have had hurts that come upon us. Also, we have areas where we have pain of past memories, maybe things in our life where we have a picture or a story or like a video that continues to play that we have attached meaning to. And in this case, pain of past memories would be negative emotions, statements that we tell ourselves, and those things have turned into beliefs that have then impacted us still today. And then with 3rd area would be areas of pain of past relationships. So that might be maybe a loss of a loved one, or a divorce, or just heartbreak, or even loss of jobs. And so we're going back into these 3 areas where Holy Spirit says there's pain and I want to restore and I want to renew that for you. And it can be a very beautiful experience. Always gentle, always revealing of something that we didn't realize was holding us back. And we love to just take this time together with you as the recipient and bring healing and wholeness. So we often are dealing with areas where we believed lies and we then replace those with truth. And I am passionate about sharing this with people and letting Holy Spirit do what Holy Spirit does, which is reveal the truth of who you are and how you are seen. So when we are doing RMR sessions together, we have the opportunity to renew our mind. It says in Romans 8 that we are to no longer conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our mind. And so what renews our mind? Truth. Who is the truth? Jesus. And so we love to do that with you. I want to say that counseling in and of itself is a very powerful tool, and I highly recommend it for certain circumstances. I think RMR is very powerful because it addresses not only the conscious mind, but the subconscious mind. And so we have conscious memories, conscious pain that we're aware of, but then Holy Spirit shows us how to go in and really address some of those subconscious issues that we don't even realize sometimes are triggers in our life. And so RMR is beautiful at doing this and hopping in to those areas and restoring them. You know, I think sometimes about a Jenga game, if you've ever played the game of Jenga, and you know, when you're pulling out certain pieces of the Jenga game, certain ones will literally just collapse the entire game. And RMR kind of works like that. there may be things like in counseling where we methodically take piece by piece down and we look at it and we examine it, and at a conscious level we are dealing with those issues. But when Holy Spirit is the counselor, Holy Spirit knows where to go in and say, you know what, you can go piece by piece, but I'm going to say let's start at this point. And we go back to some foundational beliefs that get established in our being at a subconscious level, and the whole thing just collapses. And it's like, whoa, that was powerful. And so, again, if you feel like maybe, I don't really understand how Holy Spirit counsels and you facilitate, I'm just going to explain that that's almost like a three-way conversation that's taking place. So we're hanging out, we're talking, we're not doing a bunch of religious rigmarole at all, but what we're doing is we're asking, we're having this three-way conversation. So I may be talking to Holy Spirit and say, so this person just brought up so-and-so. So why did you bring them up? What do you want them to know about this person? And then you are hearing from Holy Spirit, I'm hearing from Holy Spirit, I'm talking to you, and there's this three-way conversation going on just casually. And we really can get into some good things and make some serious progress on what is holding your heart back. So if that gives you a little idea on what to expect while we are meeting for RMR sessions. I want you to also just keep in mind that you can't mess this up, that this is really up to me to ask the right questions of Holy Spirit, prompt the conversation to move us into effective places of peace and solutions. And I hope that you will consider scheduling a session if you have not already, and we will be in touch, for those that have scheduled sessions, to walk through this a little bit more and explain further how we spend our time in that very first session, which is really just getting a lot of background information and explaining how this works. And it's going to be amazing. I'm so glad that you signed up and that we're going to spend the time together. Peace is for us. You guys, we are so loved and we are so seen and we are so known by our Creator. And He wants to bring peace and healing and restoration into those places that are still causing pain. We know that He is the Christ, He is the Redeemer and the Restorer, and He has already taken care of everything. But there are things sometimes that we need restoration. We no longer want to seek just relief by doing the things we've done that don't bring us into that place of peace. But we're looking for restoration. Restoration of the heart. There's so much more in life that He has available for us. And it's time to step into that. So thank you for signing up.